it's me. It's Daniel. It's Nugget the Cat. I need to rebrand or something. My name being Nugget the Cat on YouTube makes no sense. Anyways, I'm on a train. I'm on the Amtrak train to my home. Just got back from Portland. It's kind of empty on here, which is why I'm comfortable talking. Because if it wasn't empty, I wouldn't feel comfortable talking. Had a good time in Portland. I have successfully gone 2 days without weed now, which doesn't feel as significant as it did the first time I tried it, but that tells me I haven't made it so far into reestablishing the addiction that I'm not going to really struggle to cut down on it again, which is great. I need to do it now before I get myself back to being dependent on it, because that's not fun. I didn't sleep well last night, but that's about it. I feel fine otherwise, which is nice. I don't know. I feel like I need to start making a plan before I start making these videos, because I start the video and start talking and I don't really know what I'm going to talk about until I start talking, which isn't the best course of action, but it's also kind of fun to just speak top of my mind, even though it feels like I just ramble a lot of the time. I watched back a few of my Costa Rica videos, and not gonna lie, I got a little emotional because I just realized how much fun I was having and how it just brought out the best part of me. But I need to just use that as incentive for future experiences and future joy. I'm gonna quickly pause and make sure that I'm not disturbing anybody on this train, because I don't want to be that guy talking to his camera while somebody next to me is being disturbed. So give me one second. Alright folks, can confirm that there's nobody around me and I'm good. But yeah, I go to Hawaii next week. I feel like I literally just got back from Costa Rica, and that's because I did literally 2 weeks ago just get back. And then I'm going to Hawaii for 2 weeks, which I will definitely record videos of, and it's not going to be as interesting as Costa Rica because it's just another part of the U.S., but most people haven't been to Hawaii, so I'll share that experience with you. Oh, I just realized there's people like 2 seats behind me. It's a little embarrassing. Okay. I don't want to be that guy, but I'll talk a little more quiet. Yeah, I'm just bored as shit on my train ride home right now. It's like a 3-hour ride to get from Portland back to Eugene, and it's not the most fun. I take this train like multiple times a month, and I'm just kind of bored by it at this point. But look, there's trees. There's a sunset coming. More trees. Welcome to Oregon. When I was on my Costa Rica trip, it kind of shocked me how, in some regards, Oregon and Costa Rica are very similar in the aspect of rainforest and just like densely forested areas and mountains and volcanoes. The only difference is the volcanoes in Costa Rica don't have any snow on them. But, I mean, I swear to God, maybe add a few more tropical plants and this would look just like Costa Rica, minus the homeless people, of course. I didn't see a lot of homeless people in Costa Rica. I'm sure they exist, but they're all over Oregon. Yeah. I'm excited though. I am glad that I don't have to get too back to, getting into my normal schedule of working at the movie theater, and can go on my next trip, and then I can really, really, really start thinking about what's next. I am absolutely over this movie theater job. The Minecraft movie has pushed me past its limits. People don't know how to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. That 30 minutes from Salem to Albany is going to be a little bit longer. Just going a little bit slower here. It looks like we got a little traffic ahead of us. So
Duh. Do you hear that?
It's going to add a few extra minutes to our time, but any major delays, I'll let you know. At this time, we're just going a little bit slower, waiting for some traffic to clear up ahead of us.
You heard that.
Add a few extra minutes to that 30-minute time I quoted you to our next station stop.
Yeah, there's that. What crazy week it's been. I don't want to make my channel anything to do with politics, but what the fuck happened today? Dude, the stock market just fucking died, and then Trump fucking tweets to buy the low, and then he gets rid of tariffs, and it just goes back up. This world is absurd and insane, and I feel like I see so many people in the U.S. just like acting crazy because of the volatility that exists in our country right now. It's a little fucking freaky. Thankfully, I just don't give a shit, and I am operating under the fuck it blue ball mentality, which is a great mentality to have. I think that once I get back established into quitting weed and feeling more like my normal self, I will be a lot more functional and know what I want to do next. But the last 2 weeks, fuck, dude. I feel less sure of the future than I did before my Costa Rica trip, and it's probably because the Costa Rica trip just brought up a lot of joy and comfort and desire and confidence and motivation in me that being back home kind of just eliminates. But so paranoid about people listening to me. But I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna operate on that principle that I will figure it out. Something interesting that I did over the last day is I went to an opera-oke, which was kind of insane. It's, as the name would say, karaoke, but instead of like normal songs, it's people doing opera. And I think it was a bar called Mendelssohn's in some part of Portland, I don't know what part, but if you ever get the chance to go there, Mendelssohn's, and go to their opera-oke night, it was pretty incredible. I mean, you got opera singers of all different skill levels, but there's some that are pretty fucking impressive. And I don't really like opera, but I can respect the talent. I'm realizing that I don't know why I'm making this video other than just to make it. I don't really have a topic to talk about other than just talking, which I hope is okay. If it's not, I don't really care. I'm just gonna do it either way. Yeah. I will come up with something to talk about and be right back. I know what to talk about. How the fuck, as a gay man, do I date? I haven't figured out this reality. I've moved past the desire of using these stupid-ass gay hookup apps, such as Grindr and shit like that, because it makes everything super superficial and based off sex when I want to actually meet people. But I've never had success with things like Tinder or Hinge or Bumble, mainly because I don't know how to interact with people on these apps. Like, I do really well interacting with people face to face, not through text, at least initial interactions. And unfortunately, there's no like gay meetup spots in Eugene. The only gay bar shut down, and that was hardly a gay bar in itself. So I don't know how to meet gay people. I don't know how to find a boyfriend, which sucks. I feel like I want this more than I have realized over the last few years. I crave that sort of connection and bond, but I don't know how to do it. I've like tried talking to guys on these apps, but nothing comes out of it. And I'd like to think it's not just a me problem. Could be.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are stopped. It looks like we got a freight train heading our way. Once they pass and the track is clear, we'll be back on our way. Thank you.
Conductor keeps interrupting me. We have a freight train on the way. My fucking door day. This is what happens when we ride on designated freight rails with the U.S. passenger train system. It makes no fucking sense. Why can't we have designated rails? But anyways, yeah, I want a boyfriend. If any of you have boyfriends to give me, send them to Eugene, Oregon, or just comment on my videos, and I'll date them. I'll just do it. You know, fuck it. What's the worst that happens? being 25 really is just figuring out what the fuck you want in life and winging it. Maybe that's just every age, just winging it. Like, day by day, not being sure what you want and just using impulse and desire to figure that out. I don't feel like I function on any logical train of thought. I just function off pure vibes and what feels right in the moment, which maybe isn't the best way to go about life, but it's worked so far. It's worked so far. Will it keep on working? We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how to keep onto one topic in these videos. I just go on little tangents. I was talking about me wanting to have a boyfriend, and now I'm just talking about general desire. But that's the fun part of these videos. I just speak, and shit comes out of my brain that maybe I didn't realize was going to come out of my brain, because instead of just keeping thoughts in my head, I am speaking to some non-existent audience that may or may not listen to this and may or may not care, but I can look at this in the future and be like, whoa, that's what 25-year-old Daniel was thinking on this day. That's pretty crazy. You know, like when I was looking at my Costa Rica videos, I was like, whoa, that guy was really happy, you know? And that was pretty cool to see myself that happy. It provides some motivation for me to continue being that happy. Okay, another little tangent. As you can see, my eyes are looking that way. So I am recording this with my iPhone, and instinctually, when I hold my camera this way, I want to look at my own face rather than the green dot that would make me look at the camera. And this is something I need to work on, because it's like, I'm not looking at you guys when I speak. Ooh, freight train. Where'd the freight train go? How cool that we can finally fucking move and go home. But I'm not looking at you guys. I'm not looking. I'm just looking at myself. I'll figure it out. I also just need a bit better like camera or GoPro or something to record these videos, because I feel like I'd feel a little less awkward recording myself in public with like a GoPro compared to just like with my camera. Hi guys. Maybe I wouldn't. Sneak a peek. Okay, those people probably hear me and are losing their minds. I hope they're not, but we'll see. I'm being a little quiet. I'm trying to be quiet. But I'm on a fucking train and it's boring. I don't even know what I was talking about. Do I even upload this? Is this worth uploading? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who cares, you know? I don't know what I would title it. Talking random shit on a train while I'm bored? I don't know. I'm gonna bring it back. I'll come back when I have something else to say. I showed one of my close friends my Costa Rica vlogs, at least a couple of them, and I got a very humbling reaction from it. You know, they were like, you know, Daniel, with some like more discipline and editing and coherence, you could do this. That's what they said to me. I'm like, I've always wanted to do this sort of thing, you know, be a video blogger and just talk to a camera and upload my life to the world. When I was 9 years old, I wish I still had these videos, but I don't. When I was 9 years old, I was making fucking daily vlogs, trying to imitate Shay Carl or Shay Tars or whatever the fuck they were called, because they were so cool to me, and I wanted to make daily vlogs of my life with my little, what was it, there was this blue camera that I had with like blue stick camera, whatever it was called, blues clues, something. But I would record myself every day, and then when I was 10, my YouTube channel got hacked, and every video got deleted, and that was so depressing to me, because I made like 10-minute daily vlogs when I was 9, and those would be so fun to watch. And then when I was 12, I made Minecraft Let's Plays, or tried to, but I got burnt out on that. And then I made like videos of me singing when I was 15, 16, 17. Started live streaming a bit when I was in my late teens, early 20s. but nothing's ever stuck for me, mainly because I don't feel like anything will come out of it, which sucks. But I think with YouTube, I don't really care if anything comes out of it. I just want to do it for more so my sake, because I can look back on this and just see where 25-year-old Daniel was at mentally, or where was 24-year-old Daniel at mentally when he was trying to quit weed. And then I can look back on this in 10, 20, 30 years, assuming YouTube still exists and all my videos are still there. Who fucking knows? It's lasted 20 years, maybe another 20. But I can look back on it and be like, wow. Now I can imagine being like, wow, he had these perspectives and these desires, and in a perfect world, in 20 years, I'm like, I achieved everything I wanted. You know, the 25-year-old I'm watching this videos, it all worked out. Now, will that be the reality? If I had to speak honestly, I would say probably not. But, gotta remain optimistic. I really want to keep making these videos. I think the reason I paused for so long is because I was pretty fucking ashamed that I got back to being reliant upon weed for a few months before my Costa Rica trip. And I didn't know how to, like, say it, because me posting these videos to record my process through battling addiction and knowing that it actually helped quite a few people was pretty inspiring to me, and it made me feel really good. So the fact that I failed, well, I hate using that word, the fact that I reversed progress felt kind of shaming to me, you know, and I didn't know how to make a video. But I just need to be honest with myself and with this concept of an audience. I struggle. Addiction is going to be an issue I face, and I may not be able to continue not smoking weed during certain parts of my life, but I know that the end goal for me is always going to be to stop. And maybe, hopefully, someday I can stop in the same way that I stopped nicotine. I am closely coming up on 1,000 days without nicotine, which is going to be such a fucking cool accomplishment. I had a very strong temptation to smoke a cigar in Costa Rica, but I didn't. And I know I can practice self-control. It's not about that. It's just about, for me, weed is less about self-control and more about, it's all about self-control. It's about controlling my desire, because I know that I enjoy it when I do it, and then when I'm not high, I don't enjoy having done it. So my brain is like, well, if I'm just high all the time, I'll just keep enjoying it. And then when I have any instant of clarity, I'm like, wow, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Why do I gotta think so much? This is my problem. The fact that I'm able to just sit here for 15, 20 minutes talking to myself about random shit that enters my brain. Do other people do this? Do other people's brains process like this? I don't know. I blame the 4 years of therapy for making me introspect constantly, because all I fucking do is introspect. Yes, I'm having a $8 train beer. Don't judge me. I'm judging myself enough. It's an organ meat. This is my home. Other than the extreme poverty and homelessness that exists in most cities, it's pretty cool here. Pretty fucking neat. Although, where am I? I think I'm in Albany or something. Or still in Salem. Who knows? I'm gonna pause here until I have something else to talk about, because otherwise I'm just gonna say nothing. I'm back. I got more shit to say. What fucking sucks is that I have an infinitely easier time quitting weed when I am not at home. But as soon as I'm in the comfort of my home, knowing that I have access to it, as I've said in my previous videos, I am not the only one in my house that smokes weed. It's always going to be there. I can't just ask my housemate to get rid of it. It's not a reasonable request. He needs it for medical issues. But given that it's always there and always available, the urge will always be able to be acted upon. Besides, I live in Oregon, there's weed everywhere. Point being that I've been in Portland the last 2 days, but I do fear that tonight somehow I'll find the rationalization to be like, it's just another hit. I'll start again tomorrow. And I've used that excuse so many times, especially the last 2 weeks after getting back from Costa Rica. I used the excuse of like, let's just enjoy myself while I just got back home recovering from vacation, and I'll start again tomorrow. And then 2 weeks passed and I'm smoking weed every day. And it took until yesterday for me to actually not smoke weed. What if fucked up addiction and psychological dependence? Like, it's not a brutal addiction like other hard drugs or anything, but it's just when you become psychologically connected to something like that, it's so fucking hard to break. The hardest part for me is I enjoy the act of smoking, of inhaling some shit into my lungs that makes me feel different than just breathing air feels. I also like seeing the smoke come out of my mouth. And that alone makes it hard to break, because it's like, if I quit weed, I can't smoke anything. I quit nicotine, so I can't do that. I'm not gonna just buy a 0% vape or like CBD fucking joints. I could do that, but it's like, smoking is still bad for you. I don't know, man. I did it for 2 months earlier this year. But then one day I just kind of like, my friend came over, we had a drink or two, and I just said fuck it, and did it, even though I shouldn't have. And then the next day I did it, and the next day I did it, and then I did it for the next 2 months. That is exactly my problem with weed. Once I give myself a little bit of leniency with it, it's every bit of self-control is out the window. It's fucking absurd. I hope that someday in the future I can maybe have a healthy relationship with it, but just reading other people's experiences that have gone through similar things like me, they're like, a lot of people say that once you develop that psychological dependence, if you give yourself even a little bit, it's so hard to break that habit. And I agree. I have actively been attempting to quit weed now for a year and a half, and I still have not successfully actually done it for more than like a month or two. Which is huge, but it just tells me that I'm still suffering from addiction. That's not fun. But it's a process. I'll take you along with me on that process, and if I succeed, I'll let you know. If I fail, I'll let you know. Hopefully I won't just become embarrassed and not upload ever again. Nah. I feel like at this point, I'm committed to making this YouTube channel something that I just consistently keep track of and update. If not solely for the purpose of having a video memoir of my life and experiences and feelings. It'll be interesting to look back on in the future. I don't want to yap in this video endlessly. I feel like that's what I'm going to end up doing, and this video is going to be like fucking 40 minutes long, and nobody's going to watch it. But at the same time, if I have that much to say, then I should just say it. Like, I could break it into 2 videos, but why not just say it? I don't know if anybody wants to watch me for 40 minutes on a train talking though. I don't know if I want to watch myself do that in the future, but what can you do? Well, I will pause it here for now. This might be the end of the video, unless I have something else to say. If it is the end of the video, bye-bye. See you next time, hopefully soon. If it's not the end of the video, see you in about 2 seconds.